Gatekeeper. I'm sitting here attempting to repair a Italy KL506. Look what I just discovered here that is really blowing my mind. Look at these holes. These are factory holes by them, Italy. Now look at the Burs right here. Oh my God. I cannot believe that they did not deburr these. Every one of them. They are burred up. Even on the pass transistor of the bias circuit. Look at that. Those transistors are not sitting flat against this heat sink. Wow. What do they want? What are they wanting? They wanting the pills to blow so they can sell? I just can't believe that. These transistors need to sit completely flat, and there's no way the ends of the transistors are going to be not flat against this heat sink. It's not going to be the best heat transfer by no means. So I'm going to have to wipe all this off and get these deburred before I put this board back on here. Just wanted to show that. It blows my mind, man. Wow. Alrighty, Mr. Gatekeeper here. Or Gatekeeper back. Mr. Whippersnapper, we brought your KL506 back to life, my friend. There's a will, there's a way, homie. Oh boy. I was about just not to work on this for you, to be honest with you, man. You know how backed up I am. I spent a couple hours with this thing today. I know I call these throwaway amps when they break, throw them away, but Italy's came a long way along the years. And these are very well manufactured amplifiers. They really are. There's a couple of things I don't agree with, of course, but they are. One of the biggest things I don't agree with is a fuse system there. Now, this is limiting your current a little bit. And honestly, as you know, first time I hooked this thing up, we had some flames coming from right here, hitting me in the face. You know what? I just remembered something I need to do. I'll be right back. Alright, that's more like it. Alright, I forgot to add filter caps. So basically, we had a dead short here. This had 4 104 low voltage ceramic filter caps on the hot buster ground, and every single one of them were blown and shorted to ground. Well, 1 or 2 of them were shorted to ground. I don't know what the heck blew them things. I want to say some over voltage probably done it. Maybe a failure to one of them power supplies that you said failed on you possibly. But there's some other modifications you can do to these bad boys for sure. Strengthen the actual current pathway to the output transformers, to the collectors of the transistors. And you can take these fuses out and just bust them. You can do some work up under the board. But you know, it hasn't been requested of me, so I'm not doing it. Alright. Phone died. Didn't even know it was low. But anyway, I have to combine these together with my new app on here. So anyway, so yeah, I removed them and that fixed that particular dead short. So I've just replaced those with 2 higher value capacitors. Then I figured out that one of these 3-legged transistors, which is this one right here, had went out. I don't want to swear that that same exact thing happened with the last one I worked on. So I went ahead and replaced that for you. Luckily, I figured that out while the board was out, because that would not be fun trying to replace that with it in. This has a really nice regulated biasing circuit in it. The LM723 here is being used, which is an older style, older school way of doing the AB biasing. This is kind of helping to control the current of this. And there's your main pot right there for the base of the transistor there. That's the main pass transistor. Very nice biasing circuit. And this resistor was charred pretty bad right here, which is from overdrive right here. I hadn't followed the circuitry to figure out which one that is. I believe that's on low. That resistor is activated on low, I believe. Yeah, I believe that's put in the power there. Or that may be actually the main attenuating resistor that's always in. I think it is. It's from there to ground. It's a really nice setup the way these amps are designed. You got these relays here just for the high-low mediums. You got your op amp over here for the... come on, hang in there, phone. For the power meter. Got an invert circuit for the preamp, so you can run the preamp with the amp off. It's real nice, man. Really nice. Hope one day to kind of have my own production amps, kind of like this, but you know, my own twist. But also, this resistor was missing. You said a resistor fell out. Well, it had to fall out from here because I don't believe there's anything soldered right here. That would be for another a type of amplifier, so I think it was right here, and it's probably happened with the dead short. I don't know, but that got real hot, and you're very lucky, man. Very lucky no transistors were blown. Because I'm gonna tell you what, man, when that flame popped up right here and a spark hit me in my dang face, these fuses didn't. They just sat there. So that's what I'm saying. This right here did not do nothing. I mean, it definitely didn't save you from that small dead short going through those capacitors. These didn't pop. I mean, these really need the fuse right there at your source, right there at your battery, or etc. But you know, I like to say it's being politically correct, putting them in the amp like that. But anyway, man, this thing's working for you, pal. You can get back on using it where you want to use it from. My power cord ain't going to reach here. I'm going to zoom in for you. Alright, we're on low. We got the 500 watt slug and peak. Alright, we're on 14.6 volts. Oh, right there about 300 PEP. Oh, about 100 bird. Let's go ahead and go over to medium. Go. Let's see, it's 500 scale. Go. Got confused there for a second. About 360, 380. The first one was 300, wasn't it? Let me put it back on low here. Go. Yeah. I just want to double check. Alright, and this is high. Go. About 480, almost 500. Turn that voltage up a tad bit more, it'd be hitting 500 no problem. Go. Right there, almost 200 bird. And that's about what you want to get out of these, man. That's about right, man. About 200 bird out of 455s. Just hitting it with a small bench radio, driving it with about 3 watts RMS. This thing's working great, man. These are some good little amps, don't get me wrong, man. They make some really good drivers, too. Very impressive. I absolutely love the meter in the front. I'm sorry, man. I just wanted to get in the bed, man. I was wanting to hurry up and get this video made. I didn't know my phone was about dead. Let me see if I can't push the amp down a little bit here. Oh, yeah. I love that. I absolutely love that. That is really neat. Let's go down to low. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's beautiful. I love that little indicator, man. That sweet little op amp. I wouldn't mind taking some time and disassembling one of these boards and kind of drawing a schematic on how this is built. That's really neat. Really neat, really neat, really neat. All right, man. We got you going, brother. Of course, like I said, there's some other mods you can do to kind of help the current flow and such. But we got it fixed for you, brother. But you didn't think we was going to do it, did you? I guess I spent about 6 hours on it or so. A little bit yesterday. About half a day today. And I'm off to bed. Another REM Italy. Back working. Really cool remote too, man. It's a Cat 5 cable. It's really neat, man. Mass production, baby. That is greatest. The only thing I really did not like to see was the burrs on the transistors in the bottom. I hated to see that. But it's fixed now. There's no burrs. Those transistors are flat against the heatsink. Had your little fan on here, man. You're good to go. How do you know if you need a fan? Use it a little bit. If that heatsink gets quite a bit warm, too warm for your liking, you need a fan. Me, technically, I think the air ant needs a fan. But anyway, we gone, y'all. 73 old GK. Yeah, here around the northeast end of Georgia. I'm good and gone. God bless. 73. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye.